I am Dave Morris, and I have questions for Mike Koehler, Deputy Sports Editor of the Oklahoman. Mike, let's talk some football. OU's DeMarcus Granger has had a warrant issued for him for not showing up in court. Does that mean more trouble for the Sooner?
Yeah, I think it really does, Dave. He had an arraignment yesterday at 8:30 in the morning. He didn't show up for that, basically because Bob Stoops sent him back to Oklahoma before the Fiesta Bowl even started. He really needs to figure out what's going on there. Either he needs to get out there or they need to get a lawyer out there and get that taken care of. And then there's the question of whether or not he's going to have a future with the team. Stoops says at this point he's still on there. Otherwise, they're reserving comment.
And they'll probably address that at a later date. Let's switch some gears to the high school ranks. Two of the best high school players in the state have moved up their decisions on where they'll play football. Mike, who are we talking about and where are they leaning?
Well, it's a pair of guys from Muskogee High. Jameel Owens, the best wide receiver in the state, and then defensive lineman Stacy McGee. They've really been visiting places together. But what they did yesterday is they canceled their visit to Florida for this weekend and decided to move their decision date up from signing day to next Tuesday. The list has really been pared down for the both of them. McGee says that his list is OU and Tennessee. Owen says his list is OU, OSU, Texas Tech, and Tennessee. There's been talk that maybe they'll go someplace together. I think they're leaning towards the Sooners, but Tennessee is kind of a dark horse in that.
And I would question any decision to ever cancel a trip to Florida.
Exactly, especially in the middle of January.
Well, LSU won the national title on Monday, and the final poll was released Tuesday. The Sooners ranked number 8. You think that's about right, and where do you think they may wind up next season early on?
Well, with the way that they played in the Fiesta Bowl against West Virginia, that's probably pretty good for them to remain in the top 10. It's curious to see that they're behind Missouri and behind Kansas, though. That's the way the Big 12 sorted out. Looking ahead, though, ESPN released a preseason poll almost immediately after the national championship game was over, and that has OU number 2. I think they're looking good with the guys they have coming back, DeMarco Murray and Sam Bradford. So, they're going to be looking towards the future instead of what happened in Arizona.
All right, Mike. I appreciate the time and the answers. You can read more from the Oklahoman Sports Department online at NewsOK and, of course, in tomorrow's editions of the Oklahoman.